Good morning everyone. Can you hear me? There was a technical problem with my mobile, so I could not continue the last one. So a new one is scheduled. Okay. Sorry that I could not arrange it in advance. Okay, good morning everyone. So uh, though we are little late, but we are on time. So hopefully you have spared little bit of time for your studies. So good morning, Sumit Patel brothers, Akroy. Okay, so let us wait for a few minutes so that rest of them also can join it. Okay, can you all hear me? Just raise your hand. Am I audible? Am I audible? Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Go to that room and check it whether it's audible or not. Okay, just 2 minutes. Okay, then we'll start. Let your friends also join it. Yes, good morning to each and every one. So right now we have 10 students. So rest of them they have already prepared. So it's a good thing to hear that they are ready and they are relaxing. Okay, so shall we start? Are you there or you left? Yes. Okay, very good. So whatever the number may be, that will not make a difference. Whoever definitely required they are here, or else they can take rest. Okay, Sandhya is also there. ISC helper is also there, so he will be helping us. Okay, so we have to prepare as per the syllabus. Okay, so if you follow the book directly, there will be a lot of problem. Okay, so we are left with no time, only few days are left, and I think after 2-3 days you are going to sit for your ISC history examination. Okay, so no need to panic. Very simple. Follow the syllabus properly. If you have the syllabus with you, not the book ones, I suggest you all to take a print out of the syllabus this way. Okay, and keep it beside you and tick with pencil whichever topic we have covered it. So let's start with chapter number 1 in short. Okay, so already the aggressive policy of Hitler and foreign policy of Mussolini is already there on my channel, so if you want you can watch that. And today I'm not going to discuss in detail because we don't have much time. So in short, I'll try to highlight some of the important topics and some of the important portions which you have to revise it before you go for your examination. Okay, so once again let me remind you that once I start, I don't want anybody to disturb me asking the question in the middle. Listen to me, because right now you can hear my voice but I cannot hear you, so I have to keep on reading messages from the screen. So I'll try to avoid that. I'll be focusing on the topic, and later on after we complete it, that time you can have a question session. In that you can ask me. Okay, let us go chapter wise. Okay, so don't ask questions from the middle of the chapter, which I'm not doing right now. So let us go systematically from chapter number 7, that is World War II. So from World War II, that is section B, world history. We don't have to study everything. We have to study the aggressive foreign policy. Foreign policy and aggressive policy both are same, because the foreign policy of Hitler as well as Mussolini was very aggressive. Okay, so let's start with the aggressive policy of Germany first. So you know that the number of causes were there for the Second World War. Hitler from the very beginning was not happy with the Treaty of Versailles and all. So once he assumed power, he was very much reluctant to take revenge on the humiliation meted out through the Treaty of Versailles. Okay, so now you can see the sequence from 31. Okay, from 1931 till 1939. In a sequence we'll move. You can easily remember it also. Okay, so number one, that is in 1931. Okay, sorry, let me tell you 1932. Okay, World Disarmament Conference was held, and in 1933 Japan as well as Germany withdrew from the League of Nations on the ground that France was not ready to have equality of armament with Germany, the equality of armament with France and all. Okay, so definitely Britain and France, they were the caretakers of Treaty of Versailles. So once I make the rules, and if I am not following it, then definitely the other members definitely want to follow those rules. That is why in 1933 the disarmament conference, Japan withdrew as well as Germany also withdrew, because he was of the opinion that France did not agree to have equality of armament with Germany. So that was just a point where Germany got an opportunity to kick off the Treaty of Versailles and plan his aggressive policy. Okay, then 1932-33 is over. So in order to go through this topic in detail in the video, you can watch it. So 1934, now it was very much evident and clear that Poland would be annexed. But you just hear just what happened in 1934. Germany signed a non-aggression pact with Russia, so the threat on Poland, okay, threat on Poland was averted, because non-aggression pact with Poland was signed for 10 years. For another 10 years, Germany was not going to annex or disturb Poland. So that relieved the tension of Polish government in 1934. Okay, in 1934, non-aggression pact was signed with Poland. So it was very much clear, no, the main cause of the Second World War was Poland, right? When we discussed in 1939, Poland was the issue of the Second World War. But right now, when he got the opportunity in 1934, Germany did not annex Poland. So in order to relieve the tension of Poland, what was done? Non-aggression pact was signed in 1934. Now 1935, plebiscite in the Saar region. As per the Treaty of Versailles, Saar Valley, which was a coal region, resourceful region of Germany, was handed over to France for 15 years. Okay, now time has come, and so the Nazi propaganda started to spread within Saar Valley for the plebiscite. Plebiscite means decision taken on the basis of vote. Okay, so the 90% of the people of Saar Valley decided to unite with Germany. So first success for Germany. Saar region is now brought under their control. Okay, now in 1936, Spanish Civil War took place, in which Germany as well as Italy took part in it. Okay, now in 36 again, Anti-Comintern Pact was signed. Okay, the pact was signed between Japan and Germany in 1936. Anti-Comintern Pact. So why was Anti-Comintern Pact signed? Because on the other hand, Japan also was very much reluctant to was in need of friends in the international community because of their aggressive design. So they joined hands with Germany. So Japan and Germany entered into anti-Comintern. So question may be asked, when was anti-Comintern pact signed and between whom? So it was signed between Japan and Germany. Okay, that is on 7th of March 1936. And in the very next year, okay, that is in 1937. Okay, 1937, what was done? Italy also joined this pact. And it came to be known as Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis. So earlier in 1936, Japan and Germany entered into the agreement, came to be known as Anti-Comintern Pact. Later on, this pact was joined by Italy, and it came to be known as Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis. Who were the signatories of Rome-Berlin-Tokyo axis? So Japan, Germany, and Italy. Okay, now one more I left out. In 1936, Rhine region was completely captured. Okay, Rhine land was completely captured, which was demilitarized as per the Treaty of Versailles in the year 1919. Okay, so this reason was very very important for Germany to strengthen its military powers. That is why in the year 1936 Germany captured Rhineland. Okay, now let us move on to 1938. So as I told you earlier also, in 1938 directly we are moving on 1938, but in 1934, German Austrian Nazis tried to capture Austria. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about Ancillus. What was Ancillus? The reunion or union of Austria with Germany is known as Ancillus, or was known as Ancillus. Okay, in 1934 they tried. In 1934 they tried, but they failed because Italy came in support of Austria. Italy came in support of Austria. Okay, so but now you can see here it is a matter of 1934. Now in 1937 Italy had joined hands with Germany. Italy joined hands with Germany. Okay, so definitely Italy is not going to go against Germany. So in 1938, soon after 1937, after signing the Rome Berlin Tokyo Axis, in 1938 Germany annexed Austria and brought under its control. So thus Ancillus was completed. Okay, so what was Ancillus? Union of Austria with Germany. So like why Germany was so much why Hitler was so much interested to occupy Austria? Because Germany was born in Austria. Okay, so Austria was the birthplace of Germany. German leader Hitler. Okay, so now in 1938 there is a Czechoslovakian issue. So here one by one you can see here Germany is trying to become more and more aggressive. What England and France did to stop them? Did they try to stop them? No, they did not try to stop them. So this way Germany was gaining more and more confidence and becoming more and more aggressive. So in 1938, okay, in 1938 England and France, as you know, they were not ready to drag Europe into the war. So what they decided to allow Germany to annex Sudetenland, that part of Czechoslovakia where German population was there. Okay, so through the agreement they were allowed. Okay, again you can see appeasement policy followed by Britain and France. Okay, now next one you can see here that soon after that means capturing Sudetenland, within 6 months whole of Czechoslovakia also was captured. So 1938 whole of Czechoslovakia was also captured. Okay, that is 1938 Sudetenland. In 1939 Czechoslovakia was completely captured. Now last one is that is 1st of September 1939 Poland. So in 1900 and unknown singer, where are you? Okay, I am in my home. Okay, so this is how. Okay, don't get confused, I am still in chapter number 7, that is world history. I am discussing the aggressive policy of Hitler. Don't get confused, I am discussing aggressive policy of Hitler. Okay, now we are moving on to the last important point, that is German attack on Poland, that is in the year 1939. As you know that Poland was that means that Poland had come into existence after the First World War, detaching the territories of Germany also. And while doing so, East Prussia had become far away from German mainland. That is why they wanted to build a corridor from within Polish territory, but Polish Chancellor did not allow it. But now they are ready to negotiate. But now Germany is not at all ready to negotiate. So directly on 1st of September 1939. 1st of September 1939, Germany attacked Poland, captured it. From this side Germany attacked, from other side Russia also invaded. Okay, Poland is a buffer state between Russia and Germany. Okay, now this is all about the aggressive policy of Hitler. Okay, now if a question is asked like what were the what were the main aims of Germany? Okay, what were the aims of German foreign policy? What they wanted to achieve through this aggressive foreign policy? Number one, to make Germany a great powerful nation. Okay, that means powerful nation once again. Number two, to break the Treaty of Versailles. Okay, because Treaty of Versailles was the only obstacle in the path of the success of Germany. Number three, aim of foreign policy of Germany was increase the armed strength. Number four, Number 4, they wanted more land for their growing population. That was Lebensorium policy they wanted to follow. So 2 or 3 points are enough to, that means write down the answer. Don't write lengthy answers. Okay. Now next one, let us move on to, just remember from 32 onward till 39, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Just you see in a chronological order, you will understand the foreign policy of Germany or Hitler. Okay. Now let us move on to next one, Italy. Foreign policy of Italy in short. Okay. Now the foreign policy of Italy is all about it is divided in 2 phases. Till 1934, Italy was pro-German. Okay. Okay, sorry, anti-German, and after 34 onward they became pro-German, because still now in 1934 you saw, no, Italy, when Germany tried to annex Austria, Italy was the one to support Austria and save Austrians, isn't it? Till 1934 they were against Austria, because during the First World War, no, Italy also joined the alliance, and that came to be known as Triple Alliance. But when the World War I started, Italy changed the party and deserted Germany and Austria and joined the Allied power. Okay, so now they are in the Allied powers. Okay, Britain and France. Though France was not happy with the Treaty of Versailles and all, but still they are against. So till 1934, Italy was against Germany, and after 1934, Italy became pro-Germans. Okay, they did not oppose, they did not stand against Germany. Okay, now let us start with the aggressive policy of Italy. The most important part over here is that annexation of Abyssinia. The question arises over here, why did Mussolini annex Abyssinia? Why was Abyssinia annexed? Okay, why was Abyssinia annexed? Very, very simple. They wanted to avenge the defeat which they meted out in the year 1996. Okay, Italian army was very badly defeated by Ethiopians. Ethiopia also known as Albania. Okay, and they also wanted more land for their growing population, and the colonies, wherever Italian colonies were there, those colonies were not much rewarding, so they wanted to compensate that loss also. Okay, and Abyssinia was rich in mineral resources also. They wanted to have the Abyssinia for those resources also. And like Germany, like America, due to American Great Depression, most of the countries suffered the same way Italy also suffered. So in order to compensate and in order to divert the attention of the people of Italy, Abyssinia was captured. Okay, so why was Abyssinia captured by Mussolini or Italy? The reasons are there, 3 to 4 points. If you keep it in mind, that is enough. Okay, now next one is Abyssinia is over. Aggressive policy of Mussolini. When you discuss about aggressive policy of Mussolini, okay, so here what you have to remember, just the Abyssinian annexation, that you keep it in mind. Okay, rest Corfu incident is there. Okay, that you can just go through in short. The most important part over here is annexation of Abyssinia. Okay, now next one is the next topic is yes, Anglo-French appeasement policy. The question is, why did Britain and France follow the policy of appeasement? Okay, why did Britain and France follow the policy of appeasement? Why was such a policy adopted by Britain and France? Okay, you know, when Germany annexed Poland, no action. When Germany captured Rhineland, League of Nations did not take any action. When they withdrew from the League Nation and started openly violating the Treaty of Versailles, no action. Okay, and when in 1936, isn't it? Munich Pact. Through the Munich Pact, they themselves allowed Germany to annex Sudan land. So what they are doing, actually they should have protested, they should have stopped all this, because they are the caretakers of Treaty of Versailles. Okay, leave it. Now the few of the examples, you may be asked, mention few of the examples of appeasement being followed by Britain and France. Okay, examples I'm going to tell you. After that I'll explain you some of the points. Like in 1931, when Japan captured Manchuria, Spanish Civil War, leave it, no need to discuss. Okay, so when few examples, and then we'll discuss. Okay, now When Manchuria was captured in 1931 by Japan, did League of Nations take any action? No, because China requested, but there was no action from the League of Nations or Britain and France. Okay. Now next one, when Anglo-German Naval Agreement, Anglo-German Naval Agreement. That means England entered into the agreement with Germany, promoting naval power. So what is this? All these are the examples of Anglo-French appeasement policy. Okay. When Rhine was captured, they did not take any action. Okay. When Germany became successful in capturing Austria, that time also no action. So what is all this? These are the examples of appeasement. Okay. Now the question arises, why did they follow the policy of appeasement? Number one reason is that Britain and France were not ready to drag Europe into the war. Let me tell you, Britain did not want to depend mostly on France. Okay, that means they have a doubt regarding the military strength of France. So if Europe is dragged into the war, the entire burden of the war will be on the soldier of Britain. Okay, and British Prime Minister was not at all ready to drag Europe into the war. That is why policy of appeasement was followed. Okay, next one is that England and France, Anglo-French alliance was not in a position to participate in. They were not really confident regarding whether they can become successful, because Germany was becoming more and more aggressive. So will they be able to stop them or not? That was not clear. That is why they wanted to avoid the war. Okay, so some of the points are there in the book also. You can follow that also. Hardly 4 points is enough to prepare. No need to write lengthy answers. Okay, now next one we have is reason for the defeat. I think you can do this one. Reason for the defeat of Axis power. Can you do it on your own? Courses of the war is not required. Courses of the war is not at all required. Okay, now let me tell you in short what were the reasons for the defeat of Axis power and the victory of Allied power. Okay, are you there? Are you listening? Okay. Okay. Now reason, point by point. If you have pen and paper with you, write down the point if you want. Okay, the first reason is naval superiority of the Allies. Allies power had a very strong navy. The reason for the defeat of Axis power. Why was Germany and his friends defeated? Okay, Axis power were defeated. Okay, Allied power became successful. The first reason is that naval superiority of the Allies power. Okay, Allies, they had a very strong naval power. Number two, shortage of raw materials. You see here on one side, America with all its resources. America entered into the war with all its resources. And on the other hand, Germany alone, okay, with the support of Italy, not very relevant. Okay, so they are fighting. So on one side, let us say Germany was alone with all its resources, and on the other side, Britain, France, okay, Britain, France, and American entire resources supporting the war. That is why there was a shortage of war material from Axis power side. Okay. Now next one is that tactical errors. Many errors also were committed, like Japan made 2 tactical errors. The first biggest mistake Japan committed was they attacked Pearl Harbor. They should not have disturbed the sleeping giant. America is regarded sleeping. They disturbed Japan disturbed America by attacking the Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor was the naval base of America. They should not have disturbed them. Okay, number one mistake they did it. Okay, now second one was that Japan did not have much aircraft carriers, no, but still they jumped into the war. Okay, now next one is that Axis power took on too much. Axis power is mentioned, no, unnecessary involvement, fighting on all the side. Okay, eastern side, western side, everywhere they had scattered. War was going on. Okay, then one more point is there, inefficient Axis allies. Inefficiency, that means Axis allies were inefficient. That means Germany alone was there, Japan fighting on its own. Italy also was not very strong. So in Battle of Alamein, you know, the condition in Battle of Alamein was very, very horrible for Italy. So there, Germany had to go and help Italy there also. That is why that was also the biggest problem also. Okay, so Japan and German troops were scattered. They were fighting on all the fronts. That is why they had to face this tremendous defeat. And the biggest what you call it, error committed was by Germany, Operation Barbarossa. Okay, Operation Barbarossa was the biggest turning point. The first turning point was Battle of Britain. That we don't need to require. If you have gone through it, you can put that into this answer also. What were the reasons for the success of Allied powers? Okay, now this first chapter is over. Is that clear? First part is over. World War is over now. Next, we'll move to decolonization. Are you all there? Any doubts? Fast. We are live, so cannot waste time and go other students waiting for it. So we move on. Okay.